Hello everyone, this is Sandeep Reddy. In this video, I am deploying Azure Active Directory domain services. Let's get into it. At a high level, Azure Active Directory Services is a Windows 80 compatible PaaS offering in Azure. It has some limitations comparing to the Windows 80. The schema cannot be extended and user domains cannot be federated, and LDAP is in read-only mode. In this video, I'm gonna add Azure AD domain services to my existing Azure tenant. Now I'm in the Azure portal. So let's start deploying Azure Active Directory domain services. So before to that, we need to add a custom domain in your Azure subscription. So already I have a registered domain called sandeepreddy.cloud. So now I'm going to use this domain for my Azure Active Directory domain services. So before to that, I'm going to add a custom domain. So you can go to your Azure Active Directory and you can go to your custom domain names. So here you need to add your domain name. So my domain is sandeepreddy.cloud. So click on add domain. So here we are getting txt and mx records, and so here we are supposed to add this txt and mx records in your domain provider. So I'm going to use the txt records. Just click on this, copy. So go to add, select txt records, Android. I'm okay with 1 hour. Just click on save. That's it. And it'll take some time to reflect in your Azure portal. So just go back to there and just click on verify. So it may take some time, like around 5 to 10 minutes. So now it got verified. Now I'm going to use this custom domain for creating the users in Azure. So now you can see here successfully it got verified in Azure portal. So let's go back to the user section and create a new user under this domain. I'm going to select my new domain, user1, and you can name it as user1. So you can give him a password, or you can select auto-generated password. Let me give a password for him. So it's done. You can assign him any roles, or you can add him into any one of the groups, but I don't want to add him to any one of the groups as of now. So let me create it. So let's create it. So now you can see here this user got created under sandeepreddy.cloud. So now let's go and create Azure Active Directory domain services. So now search for Azure Active Directory domain services. Yeah, this is the one. And right now I don't have any AD domain services. Now let us create the domain services. So here we need to create a new resource group for this. So let me create it. So I'm naming as ADDS. So here we can give your domain sandeepreddy.cloud, and I want to choose my location, Southeast Asia. Yeah, we have different types like standard, enterprise, premium. I want to go with standard for now. Yeah, ADDS VNet. Yeah, I'm fine. Subnet is also okay. Next, yeah, you can add members here. Select it. Okay, now click on next, and create. That's it. So it may take around half an hour to 1 hour to create this resource, and I'm passing this video for some time. Yeah, successfully it got created, and it took around 45 minutes of time to deploy these resources. So let's go back to the resource group. In this resource group, we deployed our Active Directory domain services. So here you can see a couple of them are created along with Active Directory domain services like virtual network, load balancer, and network interface. So let's click on our Active Directory domain services. And you can see the status, it is running, and we need to do a few changes in the network level. So you can go to the properties. Here you can see the private IP address of this Active Directory domain services. We need to add these IP addresses in the network interface DNS names. So just copy this, go back to your resource group, and here you can see a network interface, right? ADDS-VNet. So go there and change the DNS server things. So just go to here and change the custom DNS like and fine. So this is a mandatory step which we need to do in order to talk to the Active Directory domain services. Just click on save. By default it will be under the Azure DNS, but now we're changing it to the custom DNS with the Active Directory domain services IP addresses. Just click on save. Yeah, that's it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to register this domain with one of my virtual machine. For this we need to establish a network peering connection between Azure Active Directory network and virtual machine network. So let's do it first. This is my virtual machine which I am going to use. So let me go to the virtual network. So here you can go to the peering section. So let's do the peering between Active Directory domain services VNet and a virtual machine VNet. Okay. And this is my Active Directory domain services virtual network. Okay, so now click on add. So it will take around a couple of minutes to establish the connection between ADDS virtual network and a VM virtual network. At the same time, let me add DNS entries for this machine as well. So the machine should be in the same DNS. So let me, yeah, I think peering is created. Let me go to network interface and to the DNS entries here. I'm changing it from the default DNS Azure DNS to custom DNS. Okay, save. That's it. So now we have a connection between Active Directory Domain Services network to virtual machine network. So let's go to the virtual machine and add this domain. Right now the machine is in workgroup. Let's change it to a domain. So now successfully it got changed the domain to our Active Directory Domain Services. So we need a restart. So now let me try to access the machine with my AD credentials. Okay, just I'm giving some name for this credentials just to add. So now I'm going to save this and let me try to access this server with my AD credentials. So yeah, now we have connected to this machine. Let's check what users we have logged in. So now you can see I've logged in with admin user. Let's check whether the domain is changed for this machine or not. So now I can see the domain got changed to sandipreddy.cloud. So this is how you can install your Active Directory domain services and you can add those machines to that domain.